Hello students, welcome back in the history class of 6th standard. Today I am going to start lesson number 9 of history, the Mauryan Empire. So students, in this lesson we will read the Mauryan Empire, sources of the Mauryan Empire, rulers of the Mauryan Empire, Ashoka's Dham, the Mauryan administration, the Mauryan economy, chief features of the Mauryan dynasty and decline of the Mauryan Empire. Students, in today's class, I am going to give introduction of the Mauryan Empire, the sources of the Mauryan history, and we will also read about the first ruler of the Mauryan dynasty. Now children, see the important terms related to the today's video. First term is abdicate, renounce formally in favor of someone. Second term is Dham Vijay, policy of winning over people through dharma. Number third term is Digvijay, policy of conquering people through force. So students, in the previous chapter, we have read about the Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya was the great king who defeated the last Nanda king in 321 BC. Then he came to the throne, and in this way the Mauryan Empire was founded. Now let's start reading of the lesson. The arrival of the Mauryas signifies a new era in the history of India. Prior to this, India was divided into several small kingdoms. The Mauryan rulers unified a large part of the country. Emperor Ashok gave a new dimension and direction to the Mauryan Empire. His principles of Dham instilled a spirit of tolerance, non-violence, and coexistence. Students, arrival means coming. Signify means mark. Era means age. Dimension means extent. Tolerance means patience. So students, the Mauryans marked a new age in the history of India. Before the Mauryan dynasty, India was divided into many small kingdoms. Then a large part of country united under the Mauryan rulers. The third ruler of the Mauryan dynasty, Ashok, who was the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya, extended the empire and gave a new direction to the empire. He introduced principles of Dham, which motivated the people to follow a spirit of patience, non-violence, and coexistence. Now let's read the Mauryan Empire. The Mauryan dynasty was founded by Chandragupta Maurya. This dynasty ruled from 321 to 184 BC. A centralized government and uniform script were the main features of this dynasty. The Mauryas are credited to have established the first empire in India. An empire means a very large kingdom. So, Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of the Mauryan dynasty. The Mauryan dynasty ruled from 321 BC to 184 BC. The main features of the Mauryan dynasty were the uniform script, which means the same form of writing, and a centralized government, which means control of administration by a single authority. So children, the first empire of India was the Mauryan Empire, founded by Chandragupta Maurya. Let's read further. It requires, students, requires means needs. So here we are going to read about the needs of an empire. First point is more resources for a large population. Second, larger armies to protect the distant boundaries. Third, more officials for administration and collection of taxes. So the word distant means far away. So students, an empire needs more things that can be used to meet human needs. An empire also needs large armies for the protection of faraway boundaries, and it also requires more officers for administration of the state and the collection of taxes. Now let's read sources of the Mauryan history. The main sources of information of the Mauryas are, so students, here we are going to read about the sources from where we get the information related to the Mauryan Empire. First is Arthashastra by Kautilya. The book is divided into 15 adhikarans or sections and contains about 6,000 shloks. It discusses the philosophy and fundamental principles of administration. It prescribes rules of governance and the functions of rulers in times of peace and war. So, students, here we are talking about the literary sources. Literary means written. So, the first important source is Arthashastra, written by Kautilya or Chanakya. Arthashastra is divided into 15 sections and there are total 6,000 shloks in this book. This book guides the administrators the basic principles of administration and the functions of the rulers in the time of peace and war. Next source is Indica by Megasthenes. It gives us the details about the political, social, and economic life during the Mauryan rule. Children, Indica was another important source related to the Mauryan Empire written by Megasthenes. It gives us the valuable information about the political, social, and economic life of the people during the Mauryan rule. Next is Mudra Rakshas by Vishakhadat. Though written during the Gupta period, yet the Mudra Rakshas gives us valuable information about the social, economic, and religious conditions of people in the Mauryan age. So, students, Mudra Rakshas is a novel written by Vishakhadat. It was written during the Gupta period, but it gives us the valuable information about the Mauryan age. Next source is Inscriptions of Ashok. The rock and pillar edicts of Ashok give us information about the Mauryas in general and Ashok in particular. First of all, see the meaning of inscription. A thing inscribed as on a monument or in a book. Edict means an official order issued by authority. So, students, the rock and pillar edicts issued by Ashok also give us the valuable information related to the Mauryan Empire. Now, see the next point, excavations and coins. They also provide useful information about the Mauryas. The word excavation means digging. So, students, the coins issued by the different Mauryan emperors time to time also give us the valuable information related to the Mauryan Empire. So, students, these are the sources which gave us the valuable information related to the Mauryan age. Now, let's read rulers of the Mauryan dynasty. Chandragupta Maurya from 321 to 297 BC. The first ruler of the Mauryan dynasty was Chandragupta Maurya. In 321 BC, he defeated the last Nanda king, Dhananand, and seized the city of Patliputra. He thus gained control over Magad. Later on, he also married the daughter of the Nanda king. In this victory, Chandragupta was assisted by his able minister Chanakya or Kautilya, who had a personal grudge against Dhananand. So, children, seized means captured, assisted means helped, and the word grudge means hatred. Chandragupta Maurya founded the Mauryan dynasty by defeating the last Nanda king, Dhananand, and captured the capital of Magad, Patliputra. Chandragupta Maurya married the daughter of the Nanda king, Chanakya, who was the able minister of Chandragupta Maurya, helped him against Dhananand. Chanakya had feelings of dissatisfaction and hatred against Dhananand. So he wanted to take revenge from Dhananand. So, for that reason, he prepared Chandragupta Maurya against Dhananand. Let's read further. Chandragupta now set his eyes on Punjab, western and northwestern India. After Alexander's death, one of his generals, Seleucus Nicator, had become the ruler of the entire area from Asia Minor to the Indus. In 305 BC, Chandragupta defeated Seleucus and thus freed northwestern India from the Greek control. Seleucus was forced to sign a peace treaty and give eastern Afghanistan, Balochistan, and areas in the west of the Indus to Chandragupta. Seleucus gave his daughter Helen to Chandragupta in marriage. He also sent Megasthenes as an ambassador to the Mauryan court, who stayed here from 304 BC to 299 BC. In return, Seleucus received 500 war elephants. Freed means released, treaty means agreement. Now Chandragupta Maurya went towards Punjab, western and northwestern India. After the death of Alexander, his general Seleucus Nicator became the ruler of the areas captured by Alexander. Seleucus was defeated by Chandragupta Maurya in 305 BC and his areas were captured by Chandragupta. Seleucus signed a settlement and gave eastern Afghanistan, Balochistan, and west of the Indus to Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta also married to the daughter of Seleucus, Helen. Seleucus sent his ambassador, means messenger, to the Mauryan court. He stayed in Magad from 304 BC to 299 BC. Chandragupta further went as far as Saurashtra in western India. He thus laid the foundation of the Mauryan Empire. Later on, he adopted Jainism and abdicated the throne in favor of his son. So students, here the word Saurashtra is used for the state of Gujarat, and abdicate means renounce formally in favor of someone. Then Chandragupta Maurya went towards Gujarat and founded the Mauryan Empire. At the end of his rule, Chandragupta Maurya adopted Jainism and left his seat of kingship for his son Bindusar. Now students, see the do you know box. The real name of Chanakya was Vishnugupta or Kautilya. It is said that Dhananand once insulted him, so he took a vow to destroy the Nand dynasty. Chanakya was a teacher at Takshila University at the time of Alexander's invasion. Later, he became the guide and mentor of Chandragupta Maurya and helped him overthrow the Nandas. He has written down many of his ideas in his book, The Arthashastra. Vow means oath or promise, means shapath lena. So children, Vishnugupta was the real name of Chanakya, who was a mentor and guide of Chandragupta Maurya. It is considered that the last Nanda king, Dhananand, once insulted him. So he did a promise to himself to destroy the Nand dynasty. He wrote a very famous book, Kautilya's Arthashastra, which gives us the valuable information related to the Mauryan Empire. Now students, our today's class is over here. Students, your homework is do the question number 1 and 2 of exercise 7 on copy and revise the terms.